or something. I really like Volibear. It's a shame his W is absolute trash. They keep. I'm seeing the buffs they're doing to him, and it's like. I see the buffs they do to Jarvan. Sorry, not to Jarvan. Hello? Okay. No one hit the ward. the buffs they've been doing to Volibear, and I'm just like, okay, they're buffing his Q, they're buffing his E. They buff his base stats, but it's like they're not touching his W. So I said this. I tried to message the designer of Volibear. Didn't really answer the questions in the way like I was kind of framing them, but like, so the only excuse for his W being absolutely terrible outside of lane phase. The reason it's terrible, by the way, is because if you ever have to swap targets, then you lose your empowered W, and without it being empowered, it's just absolutely trash. It's like an auto attack. Like, it's really not. It's basically not even an ability. And it's like got a 5-second cooldown before you can empower it. So yeah, like it's really bad for team fights. But as I was saying, like the only reason why it makes sense for it to be crap in team fights is if it's really just that good early, you know. It's like, okay, so Volibear is just so strong with this in the jungle because it does give him crazy good jungle clears. Like Volibear has, I think Volley is like an S+ early game champion, straight up. Like he's genuinely S+ early game champion. He's so fucking strong. His jungle clears are absolutely incredible, like genuinely. Probably one of the best jungle clearers in the entire game. It's just you know, so if that's the reason, and like his W is a big part of why it's so good, and if the reason that his W is so crap later on is because it's so good already, then okay, like I can kind of understand it. But if not, like I really don't, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to be buffing his base stats when like, I think everything else is fine. Like, one criticism that people have of Volibear is that it's hard to land his E, which I don't think that's not a good argument, because his E is something that if you're not, it takes a bit of practice, but it's really not that hard to land considering it's like how strong it is. Like, it makes sense that it's going to be hard to land in a way, just because of what it can do. Look at this. Like, I didn't get a leash this game. Well, I did get a leash, but I got a shitty one from Riven. Like, I'm full health, shitting on jungle. Oof, good dodge there by Riven. That would have been pretty bad if she'd missed that. Feels like he uses so much mana even though his mana costs aren't that high. One of the things they're buffing about him next patch, Young Matty, is his mana per level. I think he's getting like 10 extra mana per level or something.
It cannot be renamed by a coward.
Trying to find myself AFK farming again, which is not bueno. Definitely be a bit more active this game. So we queue in. We E on the spot there as we queue in. I mean, just look at this, like 2 levels down on my top laner, huge minion wave, just run at him and bop him. It's so strong. kind of box though. Maybe I need my tier 2 jungle item to be healthy. She's just so W just hit one. Oops. How's Hotfix bear thus far? I don't think it changes much. I think he's like really good early game and lane phase, but absolutely dog shit outside of that. We'll see when I start getting into team fights. Yo, Jen Balmo, thank you for the 3 months, mate. Welcome back, buddy. Get 6 Riven. So Q again. Yeah, don't do anything there really. I'm hoping this Riven can be useful, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not holding my breath too much. Mostly just going top because he's a free kill, but yeah. This is not PB, no, this is live, mate.
How ya doing, Foxy? What do you think of the new Voli?
New Voli is pretty wank. But good early game. Very good early game.
The soil hungers for blood. All will crumble.
I should have recalled here. I need my Cinderhawk, my boots. I can get them both. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be on bottom time. Hey Foxy, how do you deal with toxic teammates? What do you do when you're on a losing streak? Take a break is the most important thing. Definitely take a break. yeah, there's not, you know, just mute them if they're being toxic. Just do your best. That's all you can do. So that did like negative damage to Misfortune there, like legit. I have no smite either for a while here. I don't know why I jumped on top of Misfortune and... Okay, you know, John. At least pull it out. Why did my ult do 100 damage? This is so troll, man. Like... I don't know what they were expecting to happen, honestly, like, but okay. I thought I had one. Yeah, anyway, let me look at this. I don't understand. So why does it say that I do 250 damage? When I quite clearly do not do 250 damage. We got him. I'm starting to approach the point now though where I'm going to be a bit less useful. Yeah. It's going to be hard for me there. I can just feel it already, you know, I'm starting to struggle a teeny weeny bit. Well, it just does no damage. His pure 1v1 damage is not that bad, honestly. Oof, thank God there's a thresh in this game. But the thing is, like, single target is only good if you can just keep bashing on someone and never swap targets. But you're always swapping targets in fights, so... That's a bit extreme, but okay. Do I like new Volibear? Yes, I do. I do like him a lot. And 57 damage, 56 sorry. He is a monster, like he's simple to play as well. Like I really like him. It's just I just really don't think he's that good. It's just more I guess we'll see, like we'll see whether or not I can, like how you saw I'll be outside of this. Is Press attack bad new Volibear? I don't think so. I think Conqueror Well, I prefer Conqueror because you're having more like extended fights. Press attack is more about like burst. But I don't know if you saw, like there was one point where I checked my room damage this game. It was like quite early on, and my Conqueror done like I had like 3 kills. My Conqueror done like 33 healing or something. So basically, my Conqueror wasn't really doing that much. I think, you know, press attack will be better for early game, definitely. But I think this is just like the style of champion Volibear is. I think he's just a Conqueror champion. Like it's got really good synergy with his W. Who is this? Foxdrop? It is I, Foxdrop.
My sisters are gods of salt and element.
Now I'm gonna start donating kills over to my team best I can. I'm not carrying anymore. It's on my team. It's on my team to carry. Fucking hell, I'm top one. Like, I don't really want to play into top too much at all, really. I definitely don't want to. But I might have to, you know. CDR is also a really, really important stat in Volibear. So his W and his E both don't scale with ranks. Like the cooldown doesn't scale with ranks, sorry. So W is 5 flat, E is 15 flat. And so I think like CDR is just really, really important for him. Plus your ulti has a ridiculously high cooldown, it's like a Nocturne ult. Rank 2 no, 100 no, it's not too bad, but yeah. Is this Nasus? This is Nasus, right? Ooh. I'm just gonna focus on Nasus, see if I can kill him. I'm not really expecting much, but I don't even see him, bro. Don't you fucking good lad. Yo, Hemi, welcome back. Thank you for your resub. Thanks for 27 months, Hemi. Much love to you. Girls and Foxy hearts, guys. I mean, look at my healing as well. Again, like, because I was able to use my empowered W on that, on this dickhead here, on the Grump. You played 2 jungle games in a row and won. Ooh, yes, you are a jungle main now. Honey. Yeah, straight up. That is actually the only qualification. I wish I could be as good as you, to be fair. That's not even sarcasm. Alright. That's Baron. 2 minutes to Dragon. Dragons are high priorities for us as well. I think on Volibear in general, like, trying to... Or any good early game champion, trying to play around Dragon as best you can is a good strategy. Because you definitely fall off. Obviously, if you're an early game champion, you tend to fall off, and then through that, trying to have direct impact on a game can be quite tricky. So the best way to try and do that is, you know, any way you can just make your team carry. Anything that can help carry you. It's like Ocean Dragons, Infernal like Dragons in general, Dragon Souls are all really good to help carry you. So because I can just wail on this Leona, like, look how strong I am. Like, that's just the perfect scenario for fucking Volibear. It just is. Because I'm just beating down on the same person over and over again. And I'm a huge wall. No one can do anything. Now, if you could do that more consistently on Volibear and team fights, like GG, you know? I think it might be 2-star Dragon, but still. Was on that beach. Thank you so much for your sub, mate. Welcome, buddy. Ooh, they're coming down. I think we have to turn here. Turn. Nice. And then we'll use this to get dragon. Someone has to defend against Nexus 3.
Many have called to me. Avarosans, Frostguard, Winter's Claw.
This could be a decent collapse. We have to just make sure we don't rush dragon while we're trying to kill this guy. Because he's going to take some time to kill. Alright, they're running. I'm dipping them out. Why am I focusing on fucking Leona? Nice. Honestly, this champion is like S+. If you don't have to do any big team fights, holy crap, this champion is just absolutely disgusting. Syndra, mate, Syndra's like, look at this girl. Beast mode, Syndra. Why are we not doing Baron? Some hunting Zera. Yeah, Bellens. Let's go. I have blue buff. I do have blue buff. So we get 20% CDR here from our items. I don't know if I can get like more CDR, like Visage or something. I got a really shit smite, my bad. Do I need to get some MR? Maybe like a Randuin's or something? I can probably just go for some damage here as well. Maybe I'll go Sterix, it's not CDR, but to be honest, like when you're this big beefy dickhead, I think something like a Sterix can help. I don't think you should go Frozen Mallet, like it's really expensive. I just don't think it's great. Triforce is okay, but I'll just leave it at okay. His base AD isn't that high, and it's very expensive. There are some attack speed items that seem very tempting, but honestly, I just wouldn't necessarily recommend it, because I think that, yeah, like as the game goes on, it gets harder and harder to reliably have all attacks in team fights. You really just want to be tanky.
No signs of intelligence, right?
I'm just kind of delaying them here a little bit. I could have bit him here for the hero. All me, baby. Oh wait, I've got wings. So I'm guessing they're recalling for Riven. I'm healing up on Warmogs. That's not bad. Is Mask good? Abyssal Mask? I think I think the stats will be good. We don't really do magic damage though, so I think it will be one of those situations where it's a bit like having Abyssal Mask on. Oof, would be a good comparison. It's not like having it on Maokai or Ornn or Malphite, because they actually do they do magic damage. Who's like a bruiser tank? I'm trying to think. Maybe even someone like Jarvan to an extent, you know. Well, not really Jarvan's not a great example. I don't know, but yeah, Volley doesn't deal most of magic damage. His W is physical. Your R I think is that it could that's physical as well, yeah. Your E is magic, your passive is magic, your Q is basic attack enhance, so it's physical. Like I mean you've got Balmy Cinder or Cinderhawk, so that can benefit from it, but I just I don't think Abyssal Mask. I think Adaptive and Spirit Visage would be better. Abyssal Mask would only be if you've got, like Vygar bot, Vlad top and Syndra mid, Oh, you meant Leandries. Oh shit. Yeah, I haven't tried Leandries, but I think that's kind of underrated actually. It could be, I could see that working. This is just the ideal thing here. You get in on the back. Yeah, you just jump in on the back. You can hit the same target over and over again, like that Xerath that got 2 W's off. Using your ulti as like a secondary engage as well is absolutely moist. So you jump in with Q and Righteous Glory, maybe Blue Smite. Yeah, and then you just use your ulti to like follow up someone after flash. Like that's like the perfect team fight for you, because then people peel off onto you as well, and they do that, and they're just like that's ideal. The best way you can provide some kind of threat in a team fight. I was struggling with him to like at the beginning of when he first came out. Of his release to make him useful, because they just I didn't know what his threat was, like was his threat, because like your Q, once you use that at the start, like that's done, right? 8-second cooldown when I'm at max rank with 20% CDR, that's big, right? So you're basically only going to be really using that once in a team fight as the engage. Your E has a 15-second cooldown flat with some CDR, so I'm at 12 now, 12 seconds. So again, that's only something you use once. And your ulti is your ulti, so it's like, okay, so your team fight threat comes from like because like being a frontline isn't a threat by itself if you're not doing like any damage or any CC or anything like that. You got to give the team a reason to focus you down, a reason to attack you, and I didn't find that reason. But if you can just do all your other tools, like your Q, your Righteous Glory and stuff as the engage, and R on top of people, and then just stick on top of them, like yeah, there's your threat right there. You see that? They all pulled on top of me, trying to get me. I do wonder though, like this game I'm pretty far ahead. Oh shit. And I do wonder, like, if I wasn't as strong as I am, would I be able to do this kind of thing? Bloody hell, Nasus, mate, you gotta chill. Ooh, there's a jab. W gives me a pretty big heal. That is a pretty big bop as well. Got Sterex. Nasus, you're bloody huge. No, yeah, we do have armor pin on Kaden. Yeah, we should be able to deal with him. It's like the perfect item for Nasus. Like, he heals so much with his passive life steal. He's also got Spirit Visage, plus you get the armor pin, so yeah, it's really nice. Last item, I'm going to go Stone Plate, so I can just run in, be a tanky knobhead. All that a lot of la business. I'm not for a while, but Jarvan's also dead. So it just depends. Ooh, they're definitely coming. Oh lord, they're coming. He's good. Nah. 2 minutes until the 4th dragon for us. Infernal Soul, big. Defo want that. I haven't farmed anything in a long ass time. It was kind of Rambo fighting. I would like to get level 16 though. So I'm not even going to use the Blast Cone because I might need that for a Baron play. There we are, level 16. 700 damage when I jump on someone. Oof. 6 we see on this ward. It's quite a nice ward actually. Get the sweep going. We can run down people here, yes. We definitely, by the way, want to fight here. Oof, I got it. Nice. So that's 2 kills. Now I just... I really... okay, I think... Okay. Let's see. We actually, I think this is... because Nasus is walking up into us here. This is pretty free. Wow, that is a great Jarvanot for us actually. Holy shit, that's a great Jarvanot for us. He legit just trapped Nasus. There it is. Volibear OP. Volibear OP! I'm gonna honor Syndra actually. Illuminati KFC, you were good. I got an S-.